welcome to Too Late. I'm your host, Adam Carolla. My guest tonight is a star of one of the most provocative reality shows on TV. Take a look at this clip.
So I need a date tattooed somewhere in here. Do I want the date of my last drink, or do I want the date of my first day of sobriety?
First day of sobriety? Because that's
I agree.
more...
Yeah, because I've been drunk for the last decade and a half. So that will be, let's see, I check into rehab tomorrow. But what kind of retard checks into rehab sober?
Yeah, from Breaking Bonaduce, Danny Bonaduce, thanks for coming on
My
the show.
pleasure. Thanks for having me.
By
the way, I want you to know that still seems completely reasonable to me.
That's what I thought when I saw it,
really,
too.
I mean, a lot of the stuff that I did on that show, I think, how could you possibly do that? But what happened was, here's the sobriety date that I had tattooed on that day, right?
5306. Right? Wait a minute.
5305. But it was the first when I went there.
Right.
But I was wasted.
Oh, you did get wasted before you went there.
Before you get a tattoo? So I go in and I'm geezed, so I can't possibly get one with the date the first.
Right.
I think, well, I'm checking into rehab tomorrow, but who checks into rehab sober? That's stupid.
No, here's the thing. You shouldn't check in. You should be checked into rehab.
Right. People should drag me there kicking and screaming.
Giant butterfly net.
Yeah. So I've had to I actually had to do math to figure out the date that I'd be sober.
Right. And you have 6 months now?
Almost.
Almost 6 months sobriety. I guess I could have done some math there. Yeah. And what is, I was talking to some of my guys about what the best drug was, because I've tried a lot of drugs too, and you've tried every drug, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have a favorite?
Wow.
Because I think
my favorite has been, they stopped making it in like 1980. My favorite was Quaaludes.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetheart, what's your name? I don't even like you. Here. You're the cutest man I ever saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really do enjoy this.
That wasn't a gay guy, though. That was a chick, right?
Oh, no, that's what I was doing, picking up gay guys at that time.
Yeah. No, I know. I missed the whole lewd thing.
I know, you're too young.
And but I just missed it. And I keep saying to Dr. Drew, can you get me some lewds? And he's like, they don't make them anymore.
And Dr. Drew's not that fun. The second I heard he was a real doctor because I didn't know he was a real doctor. I thought it was a nickname, Dr. Drew.
Yeah.
And then I heard he was a real...
He's a producer and a doctor.
Yeah. Then I found out the guy had his own prescription pad, and boy, did I start sucking up.
Yeah.
And no, he's no fun with that.
Well, I'll just give you a clue with Drew. Do not say score. Say... Can you?
Right.
I'd like to pain some drugs. Don't say score. He doesn't like that.
I got a lot of pain on my back. Can I score some Vicodin?
Right.
Yeah, not that good.
Well, I also found out from my crack staff that you went to a prep school with Michael Jackson.
I have a crack staff.
They just get crack for you.
That's their whole job.
Just round up crack for Danny. Found out you went to prep school with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And Christian Brando.
Yeah, that was my whole, because it was a little tiny school. My graduating class was Michael Jackson and Christian Brando and me, which means with all the stuff I've done, I have the best reputation.
Wow.
I love that.
Yeah. I know. That's, not exactly the Mount Rushmore of graduating classes. Yeah. And I heard at Michael Jackson, you called him out, and his brothers kicked your ass.
Well, what happened was he was on a Soul Train or he was on some show, and they said, I understand that you go to school with some famous people. Who are they? And first he said Tony DeFranco.
Right.
Which made me want to kick his ass right there.
The DeFranco
Who gives
family.
Tony DeFranco top billing over me?
Yeah.
So then he says, and Danny Bonaduce as well. And Don Cornelius says, well, what's Bonaduce like? And they said, well, the teachers hate him and they throw him out of class all the time. So I got really mad, and I went to school the next day, and it was a small school. I just opened the door, and I yelled, Jackson, get out here. I'm going to kick your butt. But I went to school with all the Jacksons, and they just started pouring out of doors.
Right.
Nothing like, there's Tito, and what is this?
They're like
and
roaches,
Jermaine, I got to go.
Yeah.
So, I was gone. And nobody's not afraid of LaToya.
And you've been to, by the way, any chick named LaToya, I'm scared of.
Yeah, trouble right there.
My mom was named LaToya. I'd be scared she'd kick my ass. You've been to Brando's house, too?
Yeah, I've been to Brando's house.
Met Marlon Brando?
I've met Marlon Brando.
All right.
I watched Marlon Brando pull a gun on a guy. That was cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah, some guy came in, and I don't want to get into it because it was about charity. He thought Marlon was spending too much time with the Native Americans and not enough time with another special group, and he just went, get out of my house.
Yeah, been spending time with the NRA.
I just thought, you are the coolest man who ever lived, Brando.
Yeah. Well,
and then he went back to eating from this, trough thing.
All right, let's take some trough. I'm sure he'd love to hear that.
He's dead. I can say anything.
Wow. Jesus is dead, but you can't say anything about him. Let's go to the phones. Yeah, let's go to the blower.
Who's on the blower?
1-866. Hey, Adam's phone number. We'll talk to Kevin from Largo, Florida, on line 2. Kevin?
Hey, how's it going, Adam?
What's up?
Awesome. Hey, I got a question for Danny. Hey, Danny, man, you have got, like, the best show on television, dude. Swear to God, this is awesome. How can you possibly be so self-destructive, yet continue to survive? Do you, like, have, like, a death wish or something? This is amazing.
Well, thank you for the call. It's not actually...
It's awesome.
It's not actually a wish.
Right.
You know, it's not a death wish. You know, I'm not completely inept. If it was death I wanted, I could get it.
Right.
But I have a life wish, and my life wish just goes faster than most people's.
But when you started the show, I was thinking about this. Did you know it was going to be this slow descent into hell?
I mean, it wasn't slow, dude. It happened on the first day.
Fast free fall into hell. But I mean, originally when you conceived this Breaking Bonaduce,
okay. Here's what I got to tell you. There was no conceiving Breaking Bonaduce. We went to VH1, my wife and I. I got the idea for this show called Rock and Roll Dinner Party. I read in the newspaper, Mick Jagger.
This ain't it.
Mick Jagger shows up at a nightclub, pulls up in his Mercedes. My wife and I said, who taught Mick Jagger to drive?
Right.
Did you know Mick Jagger could drive a car? I wonder what else. Can he play Pictionary?
Right.
So I got this great idea for these rock stars to come to my house, have dinner, play games, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And so we sell it. And they come to my house to get other stuff without the celebrities. And I'm lit, man.
Yeah.
I'm just lit. And somebody said something I didn't like right off the bat, and then we were off and running. We had to close down and go, okay, what show do we shoot now? And basically, it became a documentary of what will Bonaduce kill and eat.
Right.
Yeah.
This show was originally going to be called the Colbert Report, and we changed it the last second. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Danny Bonaduce after this.
Whenever you have a party, something always breaks that's not easy to fix. Right? Somebody comes out of your kitchen, hey dude, your refrigerator door came off. We were all riding it and it snapped. So we leaned it over there. Sorry, dude. They do this walk. That's the walk, like, they don't really care.
Excuse me, miss. Could I see you in private?
What for?
I have a proposition to make.
I don't date midgets.
Welcome back to Too Late. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Danny Bonaduce. Is that surreal to watch, or does it feel like it's you or somebody else?
You know what? It's weird. It's almost like it happened to somebody else, but they told me about it in detail. Like, I see it, I know what's going to happen, and I get it, but I don't really remember it as like, the crew all being around like this. It's not a solid memory for me.
Right. This won't be
But
for
then
me either.
what is?
Right. Yeah. You were 9 and pretty up at the time. And then I know, like, you didn't get any residuals or anything off that, did you?
No, I was Partridge Family at its best. At the height of the Partridge Family, I made $600 a week.
Wow.
And, yeah, when I turned 18, I got a lump sum of $60,000. And I thought, well, I can try and eke out some kind of life, or I can have the gnarliest 30 days ever. Guess what I picked?
I'm going to go with B.
So, so I did that, and then I ended up living behind Grauman's Chinese for about 2 years.
Awesome.
Yeah, it was weird. Dude, you want to hear something tragic where you just go, oh, that's the saddest thing I ever heard. But the happy ending is I'm back.
Right.
So I used to live behind the dumpster of Grauman's Chinese. And in the morning, I would wake up, and sometimes I'd feel really bad about myself, and I'd walk out to the front of Grauman's Chinese, and I'd sign autographs and take pictures with tourists who thought they'd met a movie star,
right.
And then I'd crawl back to my car, but feeling a little better about myself.
But it was tipped by the map of the celebrity house, which just had an arrow. The guy would just point to the dumpster.
It just said Dodge.
Bonaduce, yeah, the blue dumpster's right there. All right.
Yeah, I live right next door to Webster.
Let's take... let's take ourselves a phone call. Go to Sheena.
Sheena, I like that.
Line 12. Sheena?
Yeah.
What's up, Sheena?
Hey, what were some of the perks of being a child star, Danny?
What were some of the parts of
Perks?
Perks?
I will tell you the truth. I'll tell you what they were. When I was about 16, whenever I went to my prom, I was fat with red hair and freckles, yet I took 2 cheerleaders to the prom. That was kind of a bonus round right there.
Yeah.
Cool.
But the unbonus round of being a child star is you outgrow it. Like, a person who's famous as an adult will be famous forever.
Right.
But as my appearance started to change, it was like I had a private table at a restaurant. And then pretty soon I could kind of get a table at that restaurant. And then pretty soon I couldn't afford to eat at that restaurant. And pretty soon they were throwing me out of that restaurant.
And you're eating out of the
it's
dumpster.
just, yeah, it's, you know, it's this declining scale that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
But the
And
chicks were
Adam?
nice.
Yeah.
My dad wants to know if he can work on our house.
No.
Okay.
Gotta
I
look
mean,
that up.
I could. I have the skill to. I just don't have the drive.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't know if it was a question of could I do it or
Yeah.
am I capable of doing it. I could certainly do it. I just choose not to. Let's talk to Rachel, who's 21. Rachel,
Hi.
what's up?
Well, hi, Adam and Danny.
Hi, Rachel.
When it comes to bachelor parties, how far is too far?
I'd say Nevada's about as far as I'll travel. I mean, if we're flying, I mean, I can get out to New York or maybe in Toronto. But if I'm taking a bus, I'd say Nevada, about 300 miles.
Well, how about how far are people allowed to go as far as...
Are you asking about
I see. Okay.
a man at his
All right.
bachelor party or a woman at her bachelorette party?
Well, it would be interesting to hear what you think about either.
All right, a woman at her bachelorette party has to remember that she is going to be a bride and fairly soon and needs to maintain the demeanor of a woman who is engaged and betrothed. A man should have sex with every hooker there.
That's right.
Oh, that's convenient.
It is written, and so it shall be.
Yeah. Thank you very much for calling, though.
Yeah, thanks for calling in. Any other light Danny can shed in your life, you know, bring it on.
By the way, I don't actually care what I say, so that doesn't necessarily represent what I believe.
That's a good point. People say to me all the time, how do you feel about... I go, I don't know what the I'm
I
saying.
don't care.
Who cares what I'm saying?
I have people all the time, because I'm sober now, and some radio show called me up and said, what about the role model thing? And I said, listen, if I'm your role model, you should just shoot yourself right now.
Yeah.
Save a lot. If I'm the guy you're going to emulate, just end it.
Yeah. I'm thinking about it because you were my role model.
Sorry, man.
Let's talk to Dave from Toronto. Didn't I just bring up Toronto?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Hey, Dave.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
Good. What's your question?
Danny, got a question for you. I read your bio, Random Acts of Badness.
Oh, my book. Yeah, thank you.
It's a great read.
Thank you very much.
Definitely don't hold a lot back, that's for sure. Anyway, my question is related to the book and that you mentioned how easy it is to score drugs in a strange city.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all you got to do is check out the drug arrest.
Here's what you do. Here's how you
do that.
If you're on the road, oh, jeez, I hate to be the expert in this crap. If you're on the road, and this was during the 80s, so it's happening all the time, not right now. You're on the road. You don't know anything about any city you're in. You turn on the news, and you wait for this story. There's been a drug-related shooting at King and 3rd.
Right.
You get in the cab and go, King and 2nd, please.
Right. So awesome. Such a role model, too.
That's how you do it.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back to talk a little more and play an interesting game with the great Danny Bonaduce.
A game?
Ooh, Adam. Your voice is so sexy. I just want to preheat my oven to 365 and put you in there so I can eat you for dinner. Oh, with this side of celery. Give it to me, Adam. Oh.
Hey, fish lips. A mouth like that serves a hook in it. I was interested, are you Italian and half Jewish, or are you all Guinea mix? What are you? Hey, you got weird lips. I couldn't really tell. Anyway, just whenever I get the urge, I am going to call you several times. So be prepared.
Yeah. Well, I consider myself warned. Welcome back to Too Late. I'm Adam Carolla. It's Danny Bonaduce.
I'm sorry, I can't look at you the same way now.
Yeah, I don't know.
You got fish lips.
I got weird teeth, and I talk through my nose, but I think my lips are fine.
Yeah, you're good.
And by the way, yeah, no, I'm Italian. A lot of people think I'm Jewish.
I'm Italian.
You're Italian? Yeah, well, Bonaduce, see, people know.
Giveaway,
yeah, Carolla's Italian, but my stupid parents named me Adam, and then it confused everybody. All right, let's see. We're going to keep things fast. We're going to keep things loose on the show, and we thought you'd be the perfect guest to try out a new bit we want to do. It's a little thing called free association. Yeah.
Okay.
Heavy.
It has music. I
Yeah.
get that.
Look out. I'm just going to give some words out there and some names out there, and you just tell me first thing that jumps in your mind.
Does that be one word, or can I say whatever I
You can
think?
say a little.
Okay.
Little sentence, but don't bore us.
I promise.
All right. Christmas.
Gifts.
All right. I said not to bore us. Iraq.
Bomb them.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
You just feel like screw them.
Dude, I'm a Republican just because Democrats don't kill enough people to bother me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Monogamy.
That's just my answer right there.
Right.
No, it's an outdated mode. It's tribal.
Well, do you believe males are capable of it? Or, I mean, are we genetically wired to do it?
Ugly males that don't wash or make money are capable of monogamy.
Right. That's what I keep telling my wife.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You get a couple of TV shows and tell me you're not going to get some on the side.
Exactly. I'm with you. I'm with you. Besides, it's a new theory, monogamy, by the way.
I know. It didn't exist.
In all of written history, let's go 5,000 years, 200 years maybe of monogamy.
Yeah. Brady Bunch.
Gay.
Areola. I just like that word.
Baloney.
All right. I like them big, too. Susan Day.
Dinner. Just kidding.
Ryan Seacrest.
A manly man who I'd like to emulate in every way.
Vicodin.
Bitchin'.
You like Vicodin?
I'm a big fan.
All right, yeah. Ron Howard.
The one who made it.
Yeah, the kid.
You know, because it's like everybody says being a child star ruined your whole life.
Right.
It's just me, Todd Bridges, and Eddie Munster.
Yeah, no, I was saying that. I was saying, look, if you took all my buddies from North Hollywood, half of them are in rehab and the other half are in jail. None of them are on TV.
Yeah, and when I was getting high with the gas station attendant.
Right.
And then, by the way, in rehab, I was the only ex-child star, but there were 9 dentists. Did anybody think, ooh, were you an ex-child dentist?
Yeah. Touche.
Thank you.
Robert Blake.
Innocent.
Ooh.
Even if he did it.
Yeah. I'm sort of with you on that one. Yeah. Homosexuality.
Whatever you're up to. It's cool with me.
All right. George Bush.
Homosexuality.
Barry Bonds.
Steroids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Not enough steroids.
All right. Halloween.
I have 2 kids. Halloween's a huge night out for me.
And last one, David Cassidy. Do you keep in touch? Are things
I'm glad you asked other questions. I didn't know what to say. I do. Matter of fact, he was just on some talk show saying wonderful things about me and how, you know, I had a rough life and blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to explain the things I have done. So God bless you, Cassidy. Thank you.
He's cool. All right. We're going to take ourselves a quick break. Wow. Our very first free association contestant, Danny Bonaduce, everybody. Take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Danny, you know, when you decided to do this show, you told me that you thought it would be valuable to help people who are facing...
I did not tell you that. Not for one damn second did I tell you this thing would be valuable to anybody. It'd be valuable exactly for the amount of money my check is for. It's another crap reality show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back too late. I'm Adam Carolla. I have a crap reality show of my own. You know what I like about VH1? They show you shooting up with the roids, show you threatening cameramen, but they got to bleep out the god.
They do, absolutely.
Yeah.
The stuff that Standards and Practices had problems with were really amazing. Like the stuff they show, but they had to cut out me. I had my son on my shoulders and was riding a skateboard, and they had to cut that out because it was unsafe.
Oh, really? Yeah. I thought a ball popped out. All right, but that's just where my mind goes. I want to thank Danny Bonaduce for coming in here tonight and being a great guest. Breaking Bonaduce airs Sundays at 10 o'clock on VH1. I'll be watching. The TiVo's already set. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla saying mahalo. Speak a second language.
Want some straight talk?
But I am fluent in BS.
Be careful what you ask for.
I'd like to help. Translation?
Off Too Late with Adam Carolla. New episode tomorrow at midnight.
Hi, I'm Greg Giraldo, and I'm hosting stand-up on Friday nights. Think of me as your tour guide, except it's not a tour, and I'm not really a guide, and you're not going anywhere, so actually don't think of me as a tour guide at all. Think of me as a comic living out his plan B.
Spend Friday night with Greg Giraldo this Friday at 8:30.